I was run down by a motorist on the way home from work one day. That in itself was not so unusual, but unfortunately in the Pittsburgh region. But the passenger yelled out the window as I went down at about 25 miles an hour, "That's what sidewalks are for," and then they took off.
I've actually had cars run me off the road and people start screaming at me like I'm the one at fault. They just don't care about bicyclists.
When I ride on a Friday or Saturday night, after 10 o'clock, I assume everybody in a car is drunk.
I think there's a lot of people that are biking, but a lot of people are really scared to bike in the city. I've had so many friends get hit by cars and people, have gotten killed by cars because drivers are really horrible here.
One thing that happens in Pittsburgh, it's this Pittsburgh left. That's really dangerous when you're on a bicycle. You've got a car sitting there, you're here, and then the light turns green, you start to go. But there's this established thing that this car gets to come out. So, you gotta be paranoid.
It's a cultural thing. There's a lack of understanding, I think, between cyclists and motorists and pedestrians, for that matter, in the city. There's not, it's almost, everybody's fighting with each other as opposed to trying to work together,
Some days I'm really impressed with how much room people give me. Other days I think it's just in the air, like people just want to get home. It's hard not to blame motorists for some of their actions, but sometimes, you can understand why they're frustrated with all the traffic.
I've had the pleasure of not having a lot of experiences with unfriendly, aggressive drivers, and maybe that's just that I'm attuned to how cars are reacting. I watch how the car moves, and if the car moves in an aggressive way, I pull back. I let that guy go.
You need to really pay attention. I don't think I can do it.
I've been really trying to, put myself more in the eyes of a motorist, what they're expecting from a cyclist, and
we need to make it like Germany.
What's that mean?
Like when motorists actually get tickets when they cut off bicyclists. You got me?
How does that happen?
And when motorists actually when bicyclists get tickets for running red lights. You're talking to one. I got a ticket for running a red light once, probably about 20 years ago. I'll never forget it.
If you go through a red light, then you have an extra block where there aren't cars following you, and that you're not being run off the road. And people always say, bikers should obey the laws of the road, and I agree to that in some perspective, but I'm also not, commandeering an enormous piece of steel, that's going to kill someone.
Be cautious, even though you're it would be easy to blow through this light because you don't see anyone in your peripheral vision right now.
But if I'm obeying the laws, people comment to me that I'm obeying the laws, and I'm just, incredibly, I'm insanely strict about following the laws.
And the other thing that I think is important is I want to convey goodwill about cyclists. I want to demonstrate that cyclists are part of the road, that we obey the same laws that everybody else does. And so I'm sort of standing there at the red light feeling kind of stupid because nobody's going past, but there are cars around, and inside those cars there are drivers, and they're watching me. And they're seeing that I am obeying the traffic laws. They're seeing that I'm there in the left lane and I'm signaling left. I mean, it's kind of dumb, but it's not dumb. It's my life.